Rashid is a video game character from the Street Fighter series, first appearing in Street Fighter V. He is a fighter from the Middle East with a passion for modern technologies. Despite his limited moves, Rashid has a great attraction to adventure. He enjoys forming friendships with people he meets, and rarely takes battles seriously unless against a formidable opponent like Dalsim. Rashid can sometimes be naive, similar to Dan. Ryu referred to him as "that man from Twitter," and his encounters with Zangief and Mika are highly amusing. While eating at a Chinese restaurant with his servant Azam, Rashid discusses the disappearance of his friend and his involvement with Shadaloo. A friend from the internet informs him that he recently saw a man with a Shadaloo mark wandering outside. Rashid quickly apprehends Birdie and grills him about the organization's location. Birdie initially refuses but opens up when Azam begins interrogating him, revealing he worked in a lab inside their headquarters. Later, Rashid talks to his online friends again, and one of them, named Maya, Crimson Viper, informs him about Ryu fighting to discover if he can destroy Shadaloo. She gives him the coordinates and warns him not to fight the organization members. Rashid and Ryu engage in a fight, but Ryu, using the Shoryuken, defeats Rashid with a single blow. Rashid accepts his defeat, and they shake hands amicably after the battle. Rashid is pleased that he will have a great story to share with everyone in his hometown and is grateful for learning more about his own skills. After his defeat, Azam asks Rashid if he will continue searching for his friend. Rashid responds that he won't stop his search because he realized something important in his battle against Ryu. He felt something in Ryu's fist, fueling his passion to move forward. Rashid decides to rescue his friend from Shadaloo, even if he has to go alone on this journey. When Azam asks if he will come along, Rashid answers that he will go with him to save his friend from Shadaloo. Along the way, they encounter Zangief and Mika in a friendly match. Charlie escapes before Rashid can chase him, and afterward, Rashid and his friend disappear, only to reappear in Russia after being requested by Helen. She asks Rashid to face Yuri to test his strength. At some point in his journey, Rashid defeats two soldiers of Shadaloo who were holding Li Fen captive, asking her about his missing friend. Li Fen points in the direction, and Rashid leaves her, promising her escape after he retrieves his friend. Unable to find his friend, Rashid encounters Fang, noticing that Rashid is holding a chess piece. Rashid offers to trade the piece for his friend, but Fang ignores him and starts a fight, eventually taking possession of the chess piece. Later, Rashid receives information from Helen about the pieces controlling the Black Moons. In New York, Rashid and Azam face Chun-Li, Guile, Cammy, and Charlie. While Charlie fights against Guile, Rashid battles Chun-Li, declaring that he will take the piece. He defeats her while Azam prevents Cammy from intervening. Rashid notices that Charlie defeated Guile and took his piece. Yuri threatens to kill Rashid if he doesn't fight seriously, prompting Azam to defend him. However, Helen stops the conflict to explain Shadaloo's plan to use the Black Moons in her plan to thwart the conspiracy. She convinces Rashid that he wants to find his friend, who has captured his interest, and persuades him to join. Rashid agrees but wants to know who he really is if he's going to risk his life. Before Colin can answer, Urian suddenly appears and brutally attacks her for holding a secret meeting in what he considers a dump. Urian then shows interest in Charlie and engages him in battle to see if he's more than just a puppet. After Urian defeats him, he decides to kill him on a whim. However, before he can strike, Rashid steps in and stops him. Urian becomes angry that an ordinary person, like Rashid, dares to touch him. Before they can fight, Colin intervenes and pleads with Urian to stop the fight. Rashid seizes Karen's piece and promises not to use the pieces for evil. In the end, he and Ryu defeat Bison and destroy the Shadaloo base.